Akine Nitachan Pamegadadha Nikate Areta Shrini Vasa Chatradara Vase Achen Gorachahan Ratna Singha Sane Harati Korena Brahma Hari Devagane Hari Hari Kari Chamaradulaya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Kosadigaya Shankar Bhaje Kanta Bhaje Bhaje Karatala Madhura Medanga Bhakti Paramarasala Aho Koti Chandradini Padana Jala Galadeshe Vanamala Kore Jalamala Shiva Sukha Narada Heme Gada Gada Bhakati Vinoda Deke Korara Sampara Jaya Jaya Gora Chande Arati Kosoba Jaya Janavitadavani Jagamanaloba Jagajana Manaloba Gorangera Rotiko Soba Jagajana Manaloba Gorangera Rotiko Soba Jagajana Manaloba Jagajana Manaloba Haribo 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 Nitai Gora Haribo Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Nitai Gora Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Nitai Gora Haribo Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Nama Om Nupadaya Snapastaya Bhutale Mate We've gone to Prabhupada already. Already went. Swaminiti Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Devasesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga. Jai Satchinandana, Jai Satchinandana. Jai Satchinandana Gaura Hare. Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Come on, up. Come on, burn off the fat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna. Up. Come on, lazy boys. Whoa. Oh, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, no Krishna, Krishna no, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo, 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 oh Haribo. Let I go to Haribo, 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 Haribo. Jaya, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Ashtota Sadashri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Kota Vaishnava Vrinda ki Namacharya Srila Haridasa Thakur ki Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakunda Radhakunda Giri Govardhan ki Shri Vrindavan Dham ki Shri Mayapur Dham ki Ganga Maya ki Yamuna Maya ki Tulasi Deva ki Bhakti Deva ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki Lord Chaitanya's Harinama Sankirtan ki Brihat Madanga ki Srila Prabhupada ki Shri Shri Gauritai ki Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Shabhadra ki Shri Shri Radha Shamashundar ki Go Brahmanande, oh glorious to the assembled devotees, oh glorious to the assembled devotees, oh glorious to the assembled devotees, oh glorious to Sri Guru and Gauranga, oh glorious to Srila Prabhupada.
The keys get stuck. Here, right? Yeah. Yes. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladadayine. Hiranyakashipurvyakshahar. Shilatankanakalaye. Ito nasimo parato nasimo. Yato yato yamitato nasimo. Bahe nasimo hridaye nasimo. Narsimamadim sharanam prapadev. Tava kara kamalavare nakham arbuta shingam dalita hiranyakashipu tanuvrinda keshavadhita narahari rupa jai jagadisha hare jai jagadisha hare jai jagadisha hare. Keshavadita narahari rupa jai jagadisha hare jai jagadisha hare jai jagadisha hare. Jaya Narasimhadev, Jaya Narasimhadev, Jaya Narasimhadev, Jaya Narasimhadev. नरसिम्हा भगवान की, भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।
Pradanga Kartal pairs. Hare Krishna, children making noise, please outside or reception. And mute your cell phones. So let us welcome His Holiness Janananda Goswami Maharaj. Loud Haribol 3 times. Haribo! 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 So let us hear attentively from him. As we are well known of Maharaj's wonderful preaching, kirtan, sankirtan, everything. So
Harinama eva kevalam. Harinama, Harinama, Harinama eva kevalam. Bolo. Harinama eva kevalam. Kalo nastyeva, 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 gatiranyata. Bolo, bolo. Harinama, Harinama, Harinama eva kevalam. Kalo nastyeva, 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 gatiranyata. Do you all know what that means in English? Who knows? Okay. You know? What does it mean, Prabhu? Yes. Harinama, Harinama, Harinama. 3 times. Chant the holy name. It's emphasized 3 times. They say when you say something 3 times, that means absolutely. Eva Kevalam, only one, only way. Kalo Nastyeva, what is that? In this Kali Yuga, there is no other way in this age of Kali. 3 times again, Kalo Nastyeva. Nastyeva, Nastyeva. Gatiranyata, it's the only way. You may do many things in life, but this chanting of the holy names is the only method in Kali Yuga to achieve perfection. Everything else is to support the chanting. You can, of course, attain pure devotional service through other paths, but this in Kali Yuga, this is the way given by the Lord, given by Lord Chaitanya. This is the process. Whatever other service we do, which is wonderful, should be accompanied by the chanting of the holy name. Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj said that unless the other service we do, if they do not help us to develop a taste for the holy name, are actually impediments on the path of devotion. We don't want to discourage anyone, of course. It takes time. It takes time. But the primary process for all of us is chanting the holy names. If the Guru tells you something else, that's okay. But otherwise, this is the general process for everyone. Chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna. So, is that okay? Any questions? Finished. There's nothing else to say. Everything's there. Just chant Hare Krishna. Right? What more do we need? Well, we need prasadam. So, you have another mantra you need to know. Shari Radha Vidyaja. Well, that's not so essential. Honor prasadam. I thought tonight we'll try to speak a few words on Sri Upadeshamrita. Can you see if there's, I think I brought a copy in here. Check and see. There should be one. Books. Nectar of Instruction. Yeah, there it is. You probably have a different edition. Most of you have probably seen this book. You may have this book. You may have read this book. How many of you have read this book? It's called The Nectar of Instruction. Not devotion, instruction. Nectar of Instruction. Hands up, high in the sky. maybe, I don't know, mostly maybe a quarter, maybe less. A wonderful book which Prabhupada has written many years ago. It's a translation of Rupa Goswami's writing Upadeshamrita. It's only 11 verses with Prabhupada's commentary, but it is basically a compressed, what do we call it? Condensed, that's right. Condensed, the whole process of devotional service is condensed in this one little book, practically speaking. Of course, every word that Prabhupada gives us, in one sense, is completely complete in itself. But this gives a complete description of the process, the path, the objective goal. The Sambandha, Abhideya, and Prayojana, all contained within here. And the purports are extraordinary. I mean, they're just extraordinary. To direct, guide us, inspire us, and give us the strength for the path of devotional service. So it's one of the unlimited gifts of Srila Prabhupada. How we can reach, what is the goal? What is the goal of everything Prabhupada's giving us, everything all the acharyas have given us? What's the goal of the Vedas? What's the goal of the scriptures? What's the goal of Bhagavad Gita? What's the goal? Prema Pumarta Mahan. Who said that? I heard a beautiful thing. There we have it. Prema Pumarta Mahan. That's the ultimate goal. It is not liberation. It is not even to be a pious, religious dharmi. It is certainly not sense gratification. Most people probably think sense gratification is the goal of life, is it? To enjoy your senses, right? Fill the belly, fill the bank account, whatever. Enjoy yourselves. You need a bit of economic development usually for that. So, money. Many people's goal of life is to get a good job, a good family, a lot of money if you can. And try to enjoy yourselves for the moment that we're in, more or less. But there's so much fear in this world. Even if we have all those things, we never get free of fear or stress or the threefold miseries of this world. You can't avoid it. Can anyone guarantee they're not going to get old? Anyone in this room brave enough to put their hands up and say, well, of course, we're talking the normal course of events, not when someone prematurely dies. But otherwise, can anyone be brave enough to say, I'm not going to get old? What do you think? There's not many very young men in front of me. You're quite young. Do you think you'll get old one day? At least the body. Okay, we're getting a little spiritual here. The soul never grows old. But the body. Is there anyone here who can say, I'm never going to get sick? Never. I will never get sick. You may like the idea, but can you really guarantee that? Probably not. Anyone here is brave enough to say, I will never die? And the soul will never die. Okay, we know from Bhagavad Gita. At least we know that much. But materially, the body, can anyone say, my body will never die? All right, you can say the material elements within the body remain, but in the form of this body, they will not remain. They will die. And all we're doing basically in this world is trying to sustain this body as long as we can, in as healthy a condition as we can. But ultimately, it's going to die. Whether we're Hindu, Buddhist, atheist, Muslim, Christian, man, woman, black, white, cat, dog, it doesn't matter. It does matter, but I mean, the fact is, we're all going to die. The nectar of instruction, okay, it doesn't necessarily touch directly on those so much, but it is the process whereby we can realize our eternal nature. Who would like to realize their eternal nature? Anybody? One person only. Oh, 2, 3 or 4, 5 or 6. Most of you are not sure. It sounds a bit funny. Eternal nature. Yes. I don't know if I believe in all that stuff. Anyway, we're going to read one verse tonight. But before we do that, I think next week Kartik is beginning. Is that correct? The month of Kartik? What date? November what? October. October 6th, is it? That's what, next week? Next Sunday? A week Monday, is it? Not next week, the week after, huh? It's 8 days' time, huh? So very soon the month of Kartik is coming, and this is a great month for spiritual life. Every day is a great day for spiritual life, but this month particularly is like Prabhupada says, sometimes a company gives special discounts at certain times, special offers. You can get the same thing a little cheaper, or you get two instead of one. So during the month of Kartik, you can get extra. How many? Sometimes it's said, sometimes I've heard 1,000 times benefit, but that's especially in Vrindavan, if you happen to be in Vrindavan. But wherever you are, you're definitely going to get a lot of benefit if you make an extra effort during that month to perform devotional service. Don't spend that month trying to increase your economics or your sense gratification. Try to utilize this month, particularly this month, any day, for devotees every day. But at least for everybody, try to, normally during this month it's recommended to be vegetarian. Any vegetarians here? Any of you are vegetarians? Well, there's a couple of vegetarians already, so you don't have to do that. You're already doing it. So if you're not a vegetarian, at least be a vegetarian during the month of Kartik. That's recommended in the Kartik Mahatmya, to at least be vegetarian. And if you can stop drinking liquor during this month, it will be good. Do you think any of you can do that for a whole month? No liquor? What do you think, Michelle? Do you think they can handle it? A month without liquor? You reckon, huh? Wow. What about tea? Can you abstain from tea for the whole month? What about cricket? I went for a walk in the park this morning near Subal Prabhu's house. I thought it was going to be a nice park with trees, but it wasn't. It was just a sports field. And there, of all things, I thought I was back in England. All the American boys were playing soccer, football we call in English, not the American football, the English one. Soccer with that round ball, you kick it into those goals. And then I went to the next field, and it was all Indians there playing cricket. A cricket match going on, some big-time cricket match. They come from all over New Jersey to play. So, do you think you can give up cricket for a month? What do you think, boys? Huh? Maybe. That includes watching it, by the way. That's an austerity. You have to do something. Don't just say, Namam Ishwaram Satchidananda Rupam Asat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam. You sing that too every night. It's in the evening. It's supposed to be sung in the evening. We always used to sing it once a day in the evening, and that's what it states. Prabhupada states that anyway. Particularly this month is for everyone who wants to make spiritual advancement, especially for those who are not following very strictly the process of Vaishnava behavior. It's a great month to make tremendous progress in that direction. So that being said, we'll put that aside for now. We're going to ask a question. We've just finished a campaign. You know what a campaign is? What was that campaign? In ISKCON, worldwide campaign. The Bhadra Purnim campaign, I suppose you could call it. And what did that entail? Distributing Srila Prabhupada's Srimad Bhagavatams widely all over the world. I can't remember, what was the target this year? 68,000 was it? Was it 100? I can't remember, I got muddled up. I think it was about 68,000. And I'm sure you did a lot of those here in New Jersey, huh? What was it, 31,000 in New Jersey? I just spoke to Singeshwar Prabhu. I think your community distributed 31,000 Srimad Bhagavatam sets. Is that right? Not bad, huh? Pardon? Huh? Every house in Plainsfield. I'm sure you all are aware, I don't know if you're aware of it, but it's a great opportunity. How do we advance in Krishna consciousness? If you want to advance spiritually, if you want to advance materially, you know what processes you have to do. Work, make money, get a good job, get a qualification, and whatever it is. But what do you have to do to make spiritual advancement? What do you have to do? Now, come on, girls, you're all quiet. What do you have to do? Pardon? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevan. Okay, very good. What's behind all of that? It's not just hearing, chanting, remembering. It's Vishnu or Krishna. So what does that mean? Pardon? Glorify Lord Krishna. Very good. Very good. That's sort of English version of what you said, Shravanam Kirtanam, hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord. And what is that, ultimately, what does it mean? Engaging in devotional service. What does that ultimately mean? Please, thank you so much, Prabhu. What's your good name? What a wonderful name you've got, Prabhu. Hari Bol. Thank you. Pleasing Krishna is not just an activity. Here, Krishna, take this. No, it's with the attitude, isn't it? The favorable attitude, isn't it? Devotional service has to be. Rupa Goswami says, it's not just about avoiding material things. It's not even just cultivating activities which we call devotion. Anukula. Anukul means favorably. And what does that mean in terms of Krishna? It means in the mood, the attitude. It's the attitude. Prabhupada writes right at the beginning of this book. I'll read it to you if we can find it, of course. Right in the preface, Prabhupada says here, I think it's in the preface. Advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude of the devotee. The attitude. What is that attitude? To please Krishna, isn't it? Not just to please. In the beginning, we may obviously have a certain element, if not a lot of, at least some of, a desire to satisfy ourselves. It's quite natural. And in absolute sense, in one sense, that happens automatically, without asking for it. But we may be wanting, what about me? What about me? I like this, I like that, I want this, I want that. We naturally have that in the beginning. But the process to gradually purify ourselves of this mentality, this seeing ourselves in the center, isn't it? As the enjoyer. The process of Krishna consciousness is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. There's a famous verse. It's in the 5th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, the last verse of the 5th chapter, I believe. Bhoktaram yagatapasam. Is that right? Last verse? Sarvaloka maheshwaram suridam sarvabhutanam gyatvamam shantim richati. It's not exactly talking about love of God. It's talking about those who want to be freed of the miseries of this material existence. Birth, death, disease, old age, and so on. What do we have to do? What is the process? Peace, Prabhupada called this the peace formula. Those who want to be peaceful, freed of the pangs of material existence. What is it we have to do? Or what type of attitude do we have to work in? Krishna is the? Pardon? It's the benefactor. That means, in one sense, everything should be done for him. Not just the fruits of the work, but the work we do also. He is the enjoyer of everything. He's meant for his enjoyment, his pleasure. In love, anything which has real love, at least remotely connected to it, means that we have to please the object of our love, the person whom we're supposedly loving. We do it for them. Ladies will cook what the husbands want. The husbands will try to do what pleases the wife, give her the flowers or the jewelry or the saris or whatever they wear that they like, protect them. We try to do that which pleases the other person, not even considering our own, you could say, our own pleasure within it. That comes automatically, and particularly in devotional service. So Krishna is meant to be the enjoyer. The more we live our lives with that in mind, the more we'll be happy, actually, believe it or not. Even though you may think, well, that could be for me. Why should I give that to Krishna? But you offer it to Krishna, you get unlimited returns. Not in terms maybe of a bigger wage packet, but what's the point of the money anyway? It's only to make you try to get some pleasure, isn't it? The money itself is absolutely useless. Unless you can do something with it, isn't it? What's the use of a big pile of money? You can light your fire maybe. Well, you can't eat it. Can you? You could dress in it, I suppose, if you stick it all together. But it's pretty much useless. Unless it has, value to purchase something, isn't it? Food or clothes or some gadget or some form of sense pleasure. Pay a trip to somewhere or join a club or something, go to cinema or something. It has no value otherwise. It's not the money we want, it's what we can do with the money. And what is the point of all these things? We want to be happy. We want to be happy inside. That's all we want. Inner happiness. Whatever it takes. So if we can get that, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yavanartu Dapane Savatakampatodike, that all purposes that are served by a little pond are automatically there in a great reservoir of water. Similarly, one who knows the purpose behind the Vedas, he doesn't need anything else. You know everything. One who takes to this path of devotion is not devoid of the results of any other path. Because all the paths are meant for self-realization or for happiness, liberation, whatever. Everything is there within the path of devotion, full satisfaction. So I'm going to read text number 7. So actually just to mention, I believe, Singeshwar Prabhu just told me the community distributed in the last month. And we don't have a record apparently of the whole period. The Bhadra campaign starts on Gopurnim, and it goes right through to Bhadra Purnim. So that's 5 or 6 months, I believe, at least 5 months. And now we've just started another campaign. So it'd be nice if you could see if any sets were distributed in those first 4 or 5 months. Add it all together and submit your score. You've got 2 days left. If you have 2nd of October is the deadline to submit your score. And now we're in the Live to Give campaign. What is the Live to Give campaign? Okay, most of you probably didn't take much part in the Bhadra campaign, but at least you can take part in the Live to Give campaign. Because by taking part in these programs, we please Krishna. This is pleasing to Krishna. This is anukulyena. This is what pleases him. What does he say in the Bhagavad Gita in the 18th chapter? About who pleases me, who's the most pleasing to me? Sure you got it in amongst all that. Who is the most pleasing to Krishna? One who what? Yes, one who gives this message of Bhagavad Gita to others. He's the most pleasing to me. For him, devotional service is guaranteed. Everyone can be a part of that. Everyone in this room and everyone outside of this room can be a giver or receiver. Live to give, not to get. That will come automatically. That's the beauty of loving devotional service, is you get, by giving you get. So give. Very simple. As I said, even I saw watching the cricket match, I happened to have a book in my pocket. I was on a japa walk. First person I spoke to took the book. Indian man. He said, I've got to rush, I'm the next one on to bat. He was the next batsman. Take a book with you. You never know. You never know who you're going to meet. Right on the plane when we came over, right, was it? The guy in front, wasn't it? Really sweet black man. He was so happy to receive the books, sitting in the chair in front on the plane. So happy. One of the stewards, right? One of the stewards. He came, I was having a paratha on the plane. He said, he was where was he from originally? I can't remember. Was he American? He was from, Anyway, oh yeah, he was a Frenchman. He was French. He was from a French territory called Réunion. It's out in the Indian Ocean there. A lot of Indians live there, by the way. And he knew what prayer. He said, is that a paratha? I said, most Westerners don't know what a paratha is. He said, is that a paratha? I said, yeah. He said, oh, I know those from Reunion. And he was a nice man, so I gave him a perfection of yoga. And then also a cookbook. He said his wife likes yoga. Frenchman. One of the hostess, steward, whatever you call on the plane. Nice guy. He took both of them. Like that, you carry some books with you. Don't be lazy. And this way you please. So simple, isn't it? You might give one to someone you meet in the shop or one of your friends. If they give a donation, that's nice. It's good for them. They get benefited. Even if they don't, if they take the book, it's good for them. Try to be a part of the Live to Give campaign. Singeshwar Prabhu. Every single devotee in your community can take part. It's a simple. Okay, Bhadra Pranim's a little more challenging, a whole Bhagavatam set. We can understand that. Not every one of us has got that flair or that urge. But at least the Bhagavad Gita, not so difficult. You can at least find. How many devotees are in this room? 150, 200? How many? Pardon? 200 something maybe? If everyone did one Bhagavad Gita a week, how many would that? Say there's 240 in this room. If everyone did one book, can anyone work out how many that would be in a week? 240 times 1. Can anyone calculate that? Anyone got a calculator? 240 times 1. Nowadays they have to have a calculator for even adding up 10 and 10. They can't even add it up. 240 Bhagavad Gitas in a week. Now in a month, more or less, you know how many that would be? 1,000. More or less. Isn't it? And if we do more, of course it's more. But one Bhagavad Gita a week is not too much. Is it possible? Singeshwar says it is possible. So it must be possible. Anyway, I'm just giving some encouragement, I hope. This is the way the movement will spread. We can't expect one or two persons to do everything. Well, read text 7, the famous verse. Om Jnanatamrandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakata Mayam Dadati Svapadantikam. We'll leave it there. Time is running fast. Syad Krishna Nama Charitari Visitatva Vidya Pito Patapta Rasanasya Narochikanu Kinvara Radha Nudinam Kalu Saiva Jushta Svadvikramad Bhavatitat Gadamula Hantri. And some of you know this verse, but not many. If you don't have this book, it's an easy one to read. It's maybe a little heavy in some ways, but easy to read. Doesn't take long. It's really a valuable little book. I'm sure you've got them in the bookshelf. I've got 2 available here if you want afterwards. The holy name, character, pastimes, and activities of Krishna are all transcendently sweet, like gulabs. Is that what Rupa Goswami says? Almost. What does he say? Sugar candy. Sweet, like sugar candy is sweet all over, isn't it? It's not like the outside is sweet and the inside is not, or vice versa. Sugar candy means all sweet, completely sweet. Although the tongue of one afflicted by the jaundice, everyone knows what jaundice is, I think. In this case, it's being compared to the jaundice of avidya. What's avidya? Ignorance. This whole material universe is covered by ignorance. We're all covered by ignorance. We may be a little bit of knowledge now, but still there's ignorance is there. Realization of one's identity, one's relationship with Krishna, the nature of God, the process to realize that nature of God and so on. All different types of knowledge which are almost devoid in human society nowadays. You don't learn any of this at university, do you? Do they teach you really who you are? Do they really teach us what is karma? Why are we in the situation we're in? Do they really teach us how the material universe works? Do they really teach us who the Supreme Being is? They don't even recognize one. What's beyond this material? What happens to you when you die? Not really. It's ignorance. They don't know. Simple as that. One calls oneself a teacher, but one doesn't know the basic foundational principles of knowledge, what to speak of the realized aspect of knowledge. And even they don't know the nature of knowledge. Prabhupada describes knowledge in a different way. In some places he describes knowledge as being to understand that nothing belongs to me. Everything belongs to God. One sees everyone in an equal way because everyone's a spirit soul. One treats others' property as stool in the street because it doesn't belong to us. We don't think, oh, let me get that. It's not my quota. And one sees, if you're in a male body, one sees all women as one's mother. Prabhupada said this is knowledge. Another angle of knowledge. It's not the description given in the Gita. There are many angles of knowledge, but knowledge in the Bhagavad Gita begins with humility, which means accepting I don't know. Submissive inquiry. So here we see ignorance. Everyone's covered by ignorance. And when you're covered by ignorance, you can't understand the truth. Similarly, one who has jaundice cannot taste anything sweet. We can't taste it. It tastes pretty bitter, actually. Even sugar candy. Doesn't taste nice when you've got it. How many of you have had jaundice? Don't be shy, I've had it. Anyone had jaundice? Quite a few of you. Different degrees. Everything tastes bitter. Nothing tastes sweet. But it is wonderful, Rupa Goswami says, it is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting these sweet names, this is the key line, by carefully chanting these sweet names every day, and here Prabhupada says every day, he's very lenient there. In one sense it means constantly, but Prabhupada says at least every day, regulate it. A natural relish awakens within his tongue, and his disease is gradually destroyed at the root simply by chanting. Because you're calling upon Krishna. Krishna, the more our attitude is sincere and favorable, then the more Krishna will reveal himself and remove the ignorance. It's Krishna who removes the ignorance. We have desire, but we can't make it go away. Desires for material things are always coming like anything. And if we have that desire and we follow the process, by the mercy of the pure devotee who gives us the process, then by Krishna's grace, that ignorance is removed. Lord Krishna's holy name, qualities, pastimes, and so forth are all of the nature of absolute truth, beauty, and bliss. Naturally, they are very sweet, just like sugar candy, which appeals to everyone. We may not take sugar, but most people, especially children, they love the taste of sugar, isn't it? Pretty much. You get exceptions, but more or less everyone likes the taste of sugar. the sweet taste. People spend so much money on sweets and biscuits and chocolates and ice creams and sweet drinks, isn't it? All kinds of sweet food. Of course, in the Hare Krishna movement, we're very austere. We don't take sweets hardly at all. Is that right? I don't think. The Hare Krishna movement is famous for its austerities in eating, isn't it? I mean, you only take halava and gulabs and sandesh and rasgul and sweet rice, and now you have all your cakes and creams and biscuits and what have you. We don't really take sweets at all, do we? We don't eat sweets, right? Huh? We don't eat sweets, do we? Huh? Who said that too much? Come on, spoil sport. Spoil sport. Papa said no. We don't eat sweets. We honor them. We honor Krishna Prasad. Isn't it? Krishna's mercy, Krishna Prasad, we offer it to Krishna. He likes sweets also. If he didn't like sweets, how could we like sweets? Nothing can exist if it's not within God. He likes to fight also. He likes to have a quarrel also. Don't get too uptight, mothers, husbands and wives. Don't get too angry or upset when sometimes there may be a little quarrel there. Keep it out the way of the kids, that's all. Don't do it in front of the kids if it happens. Maybe it doesn't happen. It's good if it doesn't. But if it does, don't be surprised. Krishna also quarrels sometimes with Radharani. If Shiva quarrels with Parvati sometimes. Dwarka Krishna sometimes has a little fallout with Rukmini. These things are not unexpected, but don't get controlled by it. Be controlled by devotion. Ignorance is compared to the disease called jaundice, which is caused by bilious secretions inside the. Attacked by jaundice, the tongue of a diseased person cannot palatably relish sugar candy. We've already mentioned that. Ignorance similarly perverts the ability to relish the transcendently palatable name, qualities, form, and pastimes of Krishna. We can't relish it. Even when we hear about it, we may not relish it. But this is relished by those whose hearts are pure, those who are not covered by ignorance. They relish it. They can't stop hearing it. They want to hear more and more and more and more. Just like, persons are addicted to something, they want more and more and more and more. You have to become addicted to hearing Krishna consciousness. Despite this disease, if one takes with great care and attention, takes to Krishna consciousness, chanting the holy name of Krishna, or his transcendental pastimes, his ignorance will be destroyed, and his tongue enabled to taste the sweetness of the transcendental nature of Krishna and his paraphernalia. Such a recovery of spiritual health is possible only by the. You could answer that in different ways, actually. You may not know what Prabhupada says here. The regular cultivation of Krishna consciousness. Regular. It has the twofold effect of, when we're engaged in devotional service, you cannot be engaged in mundane activity. And by engaging in devotional service, it helps us to develop that taste for hearing and chanting about Krishna. Let me see. We're not going to be able time to read all of this. Okay, so Prabhupada, I'll just read a few bits and pieces. This Krishna conscious movement is being spread all over the world just to remedy this gross ignorance. That's what it's for. To remove the ignorance, all the different types of ignorance that are there. We all have this ignorance. We think that I'm here to enjoy that, whatever it is, playing cricket, I can be happy or something. It doesn't really satisfy the soul. What satisfies the soul? Krishna Prema, ultimately, what did it say in the Bhagavatam in the second verse or second chapter? Yeah, that's one. Savaipung sang parodamo yuto bhaktir hochide hoitikya pritita yayatma supersediti. Or the only devotional service which has to be a hoitikiya pritiyata. Unmotivated, uninterrupted devotional service satisfies the soul completely. Offering all the foods, takpumbir dudishvesta, varnashrama vibhagasha. By pleasing Lord Hari, one becomes satisfied. Huh? No other activity. Simple. We want to be really happy. No, because Krishna's a reservoir of pleasure. So if we connect with the reservoir of pleasure, you don't need to worry about a little pleasure from a little bit of sense gratification here and there. Let me see. Well, but of course, he emphasized here the chanting of the Maha Mantra, obviously, and the different stages in chanting the holy names. There are different stages. We want to progress to the stage of Shuddhanam, pure devotion, pure chanting. We follow the process, especially given by a Shuddhanam Bhakta. He gives us the process whereby we can grow in that direction. Just simply chanting is not enough. We have to follow the guidance of the pure devotee of the Lord. The conclusion is that in order to get relief from the material disease, one must take to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. Most people don't recognize the disease. You go to a doctor, and the doctor will ask you, so what's the problem? I suppose there are some doctors here. Any doctors? Where's Sarabi? Is she here tonight? Is young Sarabi here? He's right on the other side there. She's going to become a doctor. Anybody practicing doctors here? Where's a hand anywhere? Where? Somewhere? Oh, way back there is a practicing doctor. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Nice to see you. I suppose if I were to come to your clinic, what would you say? I mean, I'm not talking how you might say Hare Krishna, but I mean, in terms of being a doctor, I'm a patient, what would you say? I've made an appointment to see you. What would you say? Someone will have to speak forward. What did she say? What is that? How are you? Okay. I'm fine. How are you? Is that all you say? Huh? My symptoms? What do you mean, what's my symptoms? How can I help you, maybe? You're feeling some sickness? Are you sick? No. Obviously, if a patient, you probably think they're a bit crazy by now, They should need to see a different type of doctor. But say, yeah, I've really got a problem. I've got a terrible headache. Been going on for weeks on end, I don't know what to do about it. So then you'll start looking at, what's causing it, right? Let's have a look at that. Let's test you. Maybe you have to have a blood test even. We don't know. But let's at least have a look, different things. We'll inquire about, what other symptoms are there and so on. But if I were to come into your clinic and you said to me, what's wrong? Are you some problem there? Yes, doctor, I have a terrible problem. I don't know what to do. Absolutely I'm so sick. You won't believe it. Well, tell me something about your sickness. Doctor, I think I am my body. You wouldn't think that's a sickness, would you, really? In fact, you might think it's a sickness to think you are not your body. You think this crazy guy. You might call the psychiatrist or something. They don't think about it. This is our disease. We think we're the body. It doesn't make sense from a medical point of view, you can say, but this is the real disease. When we have knowledge of our identity, knowledge of the various truths or tattvas, then there is no more purpose to be served. Of course, we have to realize it and live it, but there's no more knowledge to be obtained. We just have to put that into practice. All the problems will be solved. And particularly it's the chanting of the holy name. The Krishna conscious movement is especially meant for creating an atmosphere in which people can take to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. To create an atmosphere. That's why Prabhupada mentioned many things. Why you have a temple, you try to make your home like a temple, you try to associate with each other as much as possible. We have holy dhams we try to visit, and now you have all types of things online that you can tune into, but we try to make an atmosphere which is favorable. And too big a subject to get into detail, but just trying to make the environment that we're in as Krishna conscious as we can. It will help us. Even the dress is there for that purpose, to try to remind us of Krishna. That which is favorable. One of the symptoms of surrender is to accept that which is favorable for Krishna consciousness. We may think otherwise, but that's our problem. We don't know. We're just seeing it from our own perspective. So we hear from a representative of Krishna. An atmosphere in which people... Prabhupada also talked a lot about... What's happening there? Am I going to be suddenly disappearing behind the curtain or something? Maybe time's up. They sort of wind you out, Yeah, Prabhupada talked a lot about Varna Ashram. It means organizing a system in societies, particularly with the devotees, which is supposed to be more favorable for Krishna consciousness. Not much has been done in that regard yet. We are sending Sankirtan parties all over the world, even to, where are we? Plainfield, huh? Plainfield? Even to Plainfield. Sankirtan parties have come to Plainfield, Edison, Metuchen, Metro Park, Brunswick. Where else are you guys from? South Plainfield. Piscataway. Huh? Jersey City. Where else? Huh? Monroe. Okay. All different suburbs. Sankirtan parties distributing Krishna consciousness. And even in the remotest part of the world where there is no knowledge of Krishna, the Hare Krishna mantra attracts thousands of men to our camp. This especially applies to Africa. They're so fascinated by the Hare Krishna devotees. They come in thousands just to watch and hear. In some areas, people begin to imitate the devotees by shaving their heads and chanting the Hare Krishna mantra only a few days after hearing the mantra. This may be imitative, but imitation of a good thing is desired. They'll gradually become Krishna conscious. If one is sincere, he's initiated. Then he goes on with his bhajana kriya and so on, giving up all unwanted things and regularly practicing devotional service. This removes what's called the anarthas, or all this material desires in our heart as a result of ignorance. And gradually one becomes attached to Krishna consciousness. And when we're relieved of all unwanted things, he becomes fixed in devotional service, attached to the devotional activities, and then ecstasy begins to develop. This is the process. Bhava. And then eventually, prema pamarta mahan, love of God, awakens. His It's not manufactured. It naturally awakens. Haribo! It naturally awakens in the course of practicing devotional service. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Huh? What are we going to do? Chant what? What are we going to chant? Questions? Any questions? Don't get too afraid. Answers. Yes, there's a question. You need a microphone.
Maharaj, how do we develop the taste if we don't have the taste? If we're jaundiced for life?
Oh, maybe I didn't mention how to develop a taste. Well, if I have a taste, I'll let you know, okay? If ever I develop one. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I have no taste. Why? Lord Chaitanya said, I have no taste for chanting the holy names because of Chaitanya Charitamrita, come on. Because of what? Huh? Well, he's fallen, but he says specifically, Prabhupada, you can read it in the last chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, because of offenses. The offenses are manifold. And they include, you can look at it in different ways, the offenses against the holy name, different kinds of anarthas, material attachments are there. Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj said it depends on the degree that we are emphasizing devotional service or absorbed in material thoughts. Depends how much you're going this way, that. The more we focus on the spiritual side, then the more we become purified of these coverings, this ignorance, this avidya, this jaundice, which causes us not to taste the sweetness of the holy name. So how do we, that's one thing, to focus on the process of devotion. It takes time. We just briefly heard that just now, the process of gradual evolvement. That's one thing. What else could we say? Prayer. We have to realize that this is not within our personal grasp. If we have a sincere desire for something, what will you do? You'll endeavor for it. You'll endeavor for it. And usually you'll go to somebody who can help you to attain it. So you can pray. Prayer. Don't think that it's within the grasp that we can personally remove all these material coverings or that we can force the awakening of love of Godhead. We have to be sincere that we want it. Now, how does that develop? In the association of those who have it. So association is very important. Very important to associate with devotees. If you want something, you have to go to somebody who's got it. If you want money, it's useless going to a beggar in the street. You have to go to somebody who's got it. That's why it's the importance of sadhu sanghas so much emphasized in this regard. The association of devotees. Then we have to take the advantage of that association, not just sit there like a dummy. But we have to take advantage of that. We have to hear and apply what we hear, the medicinal process. Like if we go to our doctor, I think she's got an appointment. The doctor's gone, left us already, has she? I think many devotees here have fallen sick during the class. They're all outside now. The doctor has to go and cure them. But, you have to hear what the doctor says. You don't just go to the doctor. That's the right thing to do if you're sick. They give you medicine. You have to take the medicine, don't you? And if they say, don't do this, this, and this, but you still do this, this, and this, then what can you do, You have to take the medicine, but you also have to follow the prescription and the do's and don'ts along with it, you know. So many things are there. But these things, practice what we receive sincerely. Try to be sincere. Prayer. Associate with those who advance devotion, and try to spend as much time as you can. If we really want, we try to maximize within reason, not ignoring our family, not ignoring our duties, but whatever time we have, try not to waste it. Try to maximize that in devotional practices. And Krishna will see your sincerity. There's a beautiful prayer to Haridas Thakur, Dasa Aparada, how's it go? Yena Hridayena Pashe, Kripakari Mahaprabhu, forgotten. Anyway, it states that, my dear Lord, this is Haridas Thakur praying, my dear Lord, please will I chant your holy name. May I develop a relish for chanting your name and not be affected by the offenses while chanting. As long as those offenses there, we will not really get a taste. Or maybe a sporadic taste now and again, but not a permanent one. But these offenses, inattention being the most common one, you could say. So we make sincere endeavor to be attentive while chanting. Try to hear the name. We won't do it tonight. Every night this week we've been chanting a round of japa. It takes too long to do it now. But this chanting together attentively the holy name is very powerful process. Or alone if you're at home. But try to hear the sound of Krishna. It may be a mechanical endeavor, but that will evoke Krishna's reciprocation. Try to hear the name. Call the holy name into your heart. Not just on the tongue only, but into the heart also. Appeal to Krishna to enter into our consciousness like that when you're chanting. Try to hear the name. Put everything else aside. Put it aside, at least for that period of time. Try to find a good time when you can chant nicely. Time and tide wait for no man, and time is flying by. Where's our master of ceremonies? Where is he? Are you the master of ceremonies? Here he is. Hare Krishna, the master of ceremonies. Marupati Prabhu. Mike.
Hare Krishna. So let's thank His Holiness Janananda Goswami Maharaj with a loud Haribol! Haribol! Haribol!
That wasn't loud enough.
So chant louder. Haribol! 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 Thank you all very
Please
much.
do it. Don't just say Hari Bol. Chant the name of the Lord. We're not the Hari Bol movement, that Prabhupada said one time. We're the Hare Krishna movement.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all for coming.
That was quick.
For the pleasure of Sri Radha Shyam Sundar, Sri Jagannath Baldeva Subhadra, Sri Gaur Nitai, Sri Panchatattva, Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled Vaishnavas, the book distribution scores from this week. 5 big books, 3 small books. For the Lakshmi point of 39, Anadi Lila Krishna Prabhu and Krishna Nan Prabhu. So let's thank them with a loud Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. 6 big books with a Lakshmi point of 60. It's Simheshwar Prabhu. It's Simheshwar Prabhu. So let's so loud Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. 2 Srimad Bhagavatam sets by Taruni Radha Mataji. So let's thank her with a loud Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Okay, today's Sunday feast is sponsored by Deven Prabhu and Nidhi Mataji's family. Devananda Ram Prabhu and family for Darsh's birthday. Darsh, right? Darsh's birthday. Okay. Exact date. All right, today itself. So before he cuts, hold on for a minute. Hold on for one moment, okay? All right. Yeah. Oh, son. So you can cut now. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to the Hare Krishna to you. May you never take birth again. May you never take birth again. May you never take birth again and go back to Godhead. Let's all bless him with a loud Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Thank you very much. Some important announcement. Coming Thursday is Vijaya Dashmi, Dashera. Very auspicious day for spiritual activities. Friday, October 3rd is Pasankusa Ekadasi, minimally fasting from grains and beans, increasing our Krishna consciousness. There will be Ekadasi Katha in the evening on Zoom. October 4th, Saturday, we are having Ram Katha by His Grace Devakinandan Prabhu from Juhu from 5 to 8 p.m. You all are invited to come here at the temple. And October 6th, Monday, October 6th is beginning of Kartik, Sharad Purnima Day. We'll commemorate the beginning of Kartik by having a festival right here in the evening on October 6th from 7 to 9 p.m. Anything else?